Good morning, everybody. It's time for another delicious edition of Texas Oatmeal. And we're going to do something a little different today. I'm not going to talk about cars at all. I'm actually going to talk about paint jobs again. This is a body I'm doing for a guy that I used to work with. Pretty simple paint job though. So I wanted to just do like a start to finish time lapse of it, just to throw another video out on the old YouTubes. So we're going to do a little time lapse of this. Now I've already got it masked off, liquid masked. The whole thing's liquid masked. Drew the design, cut the design right with the X-Acto knife. And I've got the first layer peeled that's going to be black, so I'm going to do that first, and then I've got chrome, orange, and white basically to do. So three main colors, you know, the black, the orange, and the white. Chrome outline around everything. That's real easy because I just use a spray can chrome. But yeah, so I've got to do that, and then of course back it all and peel the windows out when you're done. So I'm doing a little time lapse of all of that from start to finish, and go. Okay, so she's all done. Got a little 3D effect with the gray here to show it looking like you know, shadow there, so it looks like it's all above the white. I went a little darker on the gray than I normally do, just to give it a little more contrast. I don't know if I love it or hate it or what, but you know, it looks pretty decent. Got one little blemish right here, not sure what happened there. It's like it's black on the inside. I don't really know, but overall pretty clean. I mean, lines are pretty good. I mean, if I do say so myself. So, you know, chrome's popping. You know, doesn't look too bad. So, customer will be happy. I do back all my cars with 2 coats of bed liner material, just like Rust-Oleum Trek bed coating stuff. So it's not like Line-X or anything crazy. But it does a pretty good job. Once this cures, it does a really good job of protecting the paint from getting scratched. I mean, it's not 100% protected. You can't ever 100% protect it. You just are not going to. If you scratch something enough, you're going to scratch through it. But it does a really good job once it's cured. I noticed that if it's a little tacky still and you go to mess with it, it'll scratch right off, just like it's anything else, any other paint. But once it's cured, I got a scrap piece that I tested on the very beginning before I ever sprayed it on the back of the body to make sure it wouldn't ruin the paint. I tested it with just a little scrap piece of Lexan that I had painted, and that stuff cured for several days, whatever. And then I went to scratch it off, and I mean, you couldn't scratch it with your fingernail. You know, you had to get, you know, something metal to scratch against it, to scratch through it. And again, you can do it, but definitely better than nothing. It's the best thing I've seen that you can coat the backside with. So I don't know. That being said, this bad boy's ready to go. Customer's gonna be happy with that. Gave this to me I got it on Monday, I think, and I was gonna shoot it yesterday, but I got lazy. Started doing stuff to the Vanderhall, obviously, and didn't get around to this. But yeah, so just a few days later, he's good to go. Now I've started to cut these out, so I'm gonna let this dry all day and cut it out tonight so that I can send it over to him tomorrow. But I'm gonna, you know, cut all this out along the lines that it's, you know, you can see the line there. You can see the lines that you're supposed to follow. Look at that mirror black. But yeah, I'm gonna cut all that out for him, verify that it is gonna be on a gas car, so I don't cut the holes in the windows in the back for the engine and everything and the fuel tank. But yeah, once I verify that it's good to go, then we're going to cut it all out. So yeah, he should be happy with that. And that's gonna be it for today. Just a little quick time lapse. That's like a really quick time lapse. I had everything set to 5-second intervals. Probably should have done like 2 or 3 seconds to get a little more footage. But I wanted to be able to throw this up on my Instagram, just the time lapse part. So we'll see how that goes. So I needed it to be like really short and quick. This is about an hour of painting, really from start to finish. I threw on a podcast that was an hour and 7 minutes long, so I pretty much I finished the paint job at the same time that the podcast stopped. So an hour and 7 minutes total time to get this from where it was ready for the first color to done and painted. And a lot of that's just waiting on paint to dry for 5-10 minutes to go to the next step. So these are pretty quick. That's a pretty simple paint job. There's not a lot going on there, not a whole bunch of fluorescent colors. You're not having to do 3 coats and then 2 coats of white for each step kind of stuff. This is really straightforward and really pretty easy to do. So thankfully this one's a quick one, and she's good to go. So that's it for today, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night. We bring the vibes here. We full of life, you keep the change, keep the change. They hate and say we went and changed. Why stay